for victory, bro.
You already know what I'm drinking at golf this week, dude.
Yeah. Moving on to a guy that probably drinks a lot of beers. We just have to touch on John Daly real quick. Shout out to him and his son, who's an absolute unit already, winning the PNC championship. That was fucking awesome.
Dude, he was with, correct me if I'm wrong, the Nelk Boys, right?
Yeah.
Right. I was watching clips on TikTok of their podcast interview episode of him. Dude, so not only they were like, "What's the most you ever spent at a strip club?" He said like he went out with like an ex-fling, blah blah blah. She took him there. His tab was $27,000, and a random guy paid for it. A random guy paid. He was like, "Let me pick up your tab. I'll send you all the video stuff." He's like, "Let me pick up your tab." He's like, "You don't want to pick up this tab." He's like, "Let me see it." Oh, he's like, "I got you, bro." He walked out without having to pay in a single dime. 27 fucking grand in a titty bar in Augusta.
That's unreal.
And John Daly picked up his tab. That's fucking awesome.
No, some random dude picked up John Daly's tab.
Oh my god.
Right.
John Daly
You're
didn't
that
have
much
to
of a
pay
goat.
it. He's the richest guy there in the room, and he didn't even have to pay the bar
Maybe
tab
he
because someone
wasn't.
loves him that much. Maybe it wasn't. Who knows? Could be like a Google stock guy or whatever.
Yeah, you know.
But
Dude, the best was I saw a video of him. He's got a heater in his mouth, barefoot, one hand, drink in his
Yes.
hand, and he hits a fucking hole in one.
love that.
I love
It was like
John
a chip
Daly.
shot, right? It was like
Yeah.
20. It was like probably
It wasn't far, but it was longer than
It was
20.
probably something you would take like with the 56, maybe.
It was
like
probably like
40,
80
50
yards
to the pin.
No, it was probably a little longer than that. But
So,
still,
It was a tough green though, because it was two tiered. You had to roll it up, and he got it on top. And
just
dunked it.
drink in hand, one-handed, heater in mouth. Like, that's fucking awesome.
So you know how we on the back nine, whenever we're playing rounds together, we normally do dollar hole, or we do like, you know, loser has to buy rounds at the bar when we go. They're like, "What's the most you've ever done?" He's like, 35 grand a hole, dude. 35 grand. Holy shit, dude. I can't imagine $10 a hole. That would hurt at the end of the day, but 35 grand. They're like, "What's the most you ever won?" He said like $600,000,
That's
$700,000.
insane. I could probably hold my own in like $100, $100 per hole, but I can't imagine like multiple thousands.
Dude, I don't need that kind of sweat.
That's crazy.
That's a golf course. I'd kill
Daly.
myself.
John Daly is the menace to society, and he's everything that we want to be when we're older. John Daly is the lunch beer's idol.
Yeah.
As of
There's
right
no
now.
That's so true.
As of right now.
He's definitely one of our heroes.
He's fucking
for
man,
sure. Moving on to another absolute legend of the game. Just recently passed away. R.I.P. John Madden. I mean, I think everyone in this room has never met the guy, never even been close proximities with the guy, but we've all been seriously touched by him, whether it's through his video game or his commentary on games we watched or just his larger than life personality. Just a true RIP to a fucking legend, and it sucks. I mean, did you guys watch his documentary on Christmas Day?
I'm gonna get my hands on it. So
It's
on my
gonna
list.
be put on ESPN Plus today, and then it's also gonna re-air tomorrow on Fox. So if you guys want to catch it, it's so fucking good.
Can we just get a
gonna
slug
pick
for
it up.
Madden?
Yes,
Can we all just
cheers.
take a moment of silence?
Moment of
Lunch beers
silence,
way.
slug.
Yeah, cheers.
Nice little slug. There we go.
I missed everyone.
But yeah, I mean, just it's crazy, man. Like, and I read this thing like, in life, I want to strive to have like one good professional career, right? This guy, John Madden, has had like 4. I mean, he's been an extremely successful NFL coach. He's been an extremely successful commentator. He probably one of the best color guys of all time. Even a businessman. I was reading some shit where he like predicted the almond boom in America. So he bought up a bunch of fucking almond farms in California before almonds were like as popular as they are and made a fortune off of them. Like this guy just kills it in everything he does and was such a huge face of football. So a big rip there. But moving on from that on a lighter note, because we don't take things seriously. Does that make sense?
We don't do. Flip that.
allegedly.
Allegedly, I like that because you can get out of anything with allegedly. What the fuck is going on with college football? Jarrid, give us a quick synopsis.
Oh man. I know I've said this before, but if you just need to see the lack of leadership in the world, look no further than the NCAA. I mean, the asinine decision-making, just the stupidity, the absolute robbery of childhood dreams, and, just the painful reality as a fan.
Corruption at its finest.
It's just fucking disgusting. I mean, how about last night? We're still doing this. It's 2.5 years. How long are we going to do it? We're still doing this. They cancel the game literally a few hours before UCLA gets in UCLA, they do it to NC State again. Oh, you want to play in the College World Series? Too bad. Oh, you want to have a bowl game and, have a great moment with your teammates before you graduate and don't get to play in the pros? Too bad. And we're still doing it. It's just, and then, let's go into the Rose Bowl. It's got to be on Saturday. Yeah, it's got to be. We don't have a playoff. There's only certain, Frank was telling me earlier, the voting, there's a certain amount of years they got to vote. What is this nonsense? Why do we put up with nonsense? Seriously. It's so frustrating. And my heart just goes out to all those players and all those kids that put so much time in, they sacrifice so many moments in their life so that they could be at that level, and it just gets taken away from them by stupidity.
It sucks because we put up with the nonsense because we can't do anything, and that's the hardest part.
Yeah, it's annoying, but we can't. I don't want to get into it.
Yeah,
don't watch, don't look up if you're feeling what we're feeling, because you'll get mad.
Yeah, that sucks. I just want to do a quick status report on the New York Football Giants. I almost killed myself this weekend, but that's okay. I saw a report from very solid sources saying that they're going to retain Joe Judge and Daniel Jones, and that fucking sucks because they both suck.
Punting can be aggressive.
Let me keep going. And apparently the favorite to take over the GM spot is the assistant GM, Kevin Abrams, who was there for everything. So it's pretty much like we're not having a new GM because he was there for fucking everything. So yeah, that's where I'm at with the Giants. And yeah.
I'm just looking at the three of you. Ralph looks confused. Ralph legitimately looks confused, and Nick's sad. And I can see you're angry.
It's a very sad time for a very, honestly, storied franchise. I mean, we have the third most Super Bowls out of all the fucking NFL teams, and we can't figure it the fuck out because John Mara is an incompetent fucking asshole who doesn't know what to do. R.I.P. Wellington, because he was the fucking man. I miss him so much, and his son fucking sucks, man. Fuck.
Just end it for me, dude. Fuck. Just end it. Danny Dimes. Listen, Danny Dimes, you are a very accurate passer, and your statistics...
He's a glorified backup. That's what he is.
Your statistics on pass completion and everything, phenomenal. But, dude, you're not winning games.
Dude, John Mara... I can't hold the socks of Wellington Mara.
I don't care. I don't care if you say the O-line, your offensive weapons, blah, blah, blah. Our defense isn't even that bad, right? They're half decent. But listen, Joe Burrow went into the Bengals. The Bengals are ass, and Joe Burrow made them better. That is the role of a quarterback. They are so influential in every single aspect of the field on scoring points and making sure that their team wins. It doesn't matter how terrible the people around you are. If you are a phenomenal quarterback, you'll find a way to get points. And Danny Dimes has a half-ass team, so he barely manages to get in field goal range, but he does not get points. Even in situations where he should never even score ever, no matter what. A Joe Burrow, because I like using him as a comparison, would find a way to score the points even if he had nothing. And Aaron Rodgers would do the same thing. Okay. It pisses me off. He's a backup.
My thing is, wow, this guy was super average at Duke. He must be a franchise quarterback. Who fucking thinks like that?
Stop drafting anything but basketball from Duke.
Exactly.
Outside of our linebacker. I'm going to give you that. Outside of our linebacker. Yeah, he's from Kentucky.
So I think Nick brings up a really good point that he started with in regards to Joe Burrow, and it's something I'd like to talk about. because
Jarrid, what do you want to talk about Joe Burrow?
I'm looking at comeback player of the year right now, and he's plus 500. And why is Dak 6-1? Minus 600. You got to lay. He's not 6-1. You got to lay 600.
What about Joe Burrow's stats against the Ravens? You want to talk about that?
Good for him, dude. He absolutely eviscerated a depleted, sick, injured defense, and he showed how dominant he can be, and my hat's off to him, because honestly it was sick to fucking watch. Like Jamar Chase, Tyler Boyd, who I picked up, didn't play him, had him on the bench, so obviously kind of still rooting for him just for egotistical purposes, but yeah, I mean he's disgusting, and I think he'll do, not as well obviously as he did last week, but he'll do well this week. And I think, but I just really want to bring up, like, why is, like, this is an argument that I heard from Mitch and Paul, FTM, love that show. Why is he 5-1? Because he's having just as good a season as Dak.
I just think that Dak's injury was way more devastating.
But how is an ACL not devastating?
Because Dak's ankle was looking northwest, and his body was northeast.
So it's the grade of the injury that determines who the best comeback is?
Dude, it's
or
your
is it because
body.
he was on? They brought this up. This was their thought, but it's because it was on prime time and everyone saw it. So, because you played at 1:00 and you got your fucking ACL ripped, and you're having a 6th season. You're 5-1. I just think that's like.
I think with
there's an advantage there.
No, but
maybe
listen,
got to dump on that.
With today's medicine, an ACL injury is not as bad as a fully broken ankle. Okay. That's what I
think.
think.
Every broken ankle is unique. Like, the bone does not break the same. Just like an ACL. If an ACL is pulled off, it's torn.
It tears
it's
the
gone.
same.
Yeah. They know it's an ACL tear.
Yeah.
Oh, an ankle break? Okay. What part of the ankle is broken? Is it another direction? What does it look like? There's a lot more questions.
Ligaments, nerves.
Injury.
That's the only thing
feeling.
I think.
I get that. I mean, they both hurt, though.
That's
what I'm getting
100%. 100%.
Can I just
agree
shout
with you there,
out
Jarrid.
the fact that Frank made it on that show?
Yeah, right, the post.
Frankie,
bro. No.
Frankie.
Me and Jarrid.
And Lunch Beers Pod Tag was on Nessun.
Yeah, we made it.
The largest sports network in the New England area.
We made it up there, dude. Frankie with his fucking ballsy
Barefoot
bets.
bitch and Max Fitness, dude.
I'll tell the story real quick. I'll tell the story real quick. So I was in Max, and like, don't get me wrong, I get when people squat or do leg exercises with their shoes off, but they have socks on.
Yes.
And they don't walk around the whole gym. Like, if they're in the squat rack, they take their shoes off at the squat rack and they put their shoes back on at the squat rack. This bitch walked across the gym from the squat rack to the leg press barefoot.
Oh my God.
She was barefoot.
How did they not throw her out?
Bro, she was barefoot.
This is why we fail, because people don't stand up to tyranny.
Yeah, but then she hopped on the leg press barefoot. She was barefoot.
Did you smell them?
The bottoms of her feet were bare. I couldn't fathom it. I couldn't believe it. I was in shock. I was in shock. So
God.
I tweeted that out, and then Jarrid sent it to Mitch and Paul, who I love too. I love Follow the Money. I love those guys. And they brought us up on there, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, right. And they roast people with bare feet. So if you find them, it's like at Mitch Mott's Radio, at Paulie Howard, tweet them. If you see anyone barefoot anywhere, they will exploit these people, and it will be seen across North America. And we need to expose these people because it's disgusting.
Yeah, dude, it's not ideal. There's a lot of things that weren't ideal about this weekend. That's one of them. And I'm just gonna preface you. I got a couple minutes here. I got a lot of pain to work through, and guess what? You just signed up to be my therapist. Welcome aboard. It's a big train. So we had a bad ticket beat parlay. I put this on the outline, and I'm the only one that's got anything. So we're just gonna rip through this one. 4-touchdown parlay. Cordarrelle Patterson, touchdown. Stephon Diggs, touchdown. Tyler Boyd, touchdown. Who doesn't score a touchdown? Cooper Kupp. And that would have paid my rent, but it's fine. We're going to go right into the fantasy update. You know why? Because we got more pain in the fantasy update. Here we go. Starting with the fantasy football team. We lose by a fat 2.5. Devontae Parker. Yo, my boy, I just want to talk to you for a sec, okay? Okay, I don't know if it's you. I don't know if it's Tua. I don't know the deal, right? I go into my Monday. I'm going through work all day, and I'm feeling it. I'm feeling pain. I'm feeling a lot of bad. But you know what I feel? I feel okay because I might have a shot against Frank that night. You had to get 15 yards. My boy, that's like me getting to work at 8 and leaving at 9. Like, I don't understand how you don't get that accomplished. I lost to Frank. Shout out to him. Beat Jarrid in the chip, so I have at least an excuse I lost to champion. Fade Kosa against Kosa in the playoffs. Another talking point. He's putting his hand up in the air, but let's be honest. You beat him by .44, and he lost a running back in the first quarter. Cheer all you want. Deflated footballs, I don't know. I feel something spicy going on. You might be in a little corruption. Stick it insider. Nicky Q, fresh off vacation, beating Connor, who I heard through the grapevine didn't set his lineup by 5.
Yeah.
But it's fine. It's fine. Doesn't matter because you guys aren't in the winning bracket. So then you got Team Smith, Brita Maimita, 64.58 to 64.68. This is how you don't play fantasy football, ladies and gentlemen. Move on to your boy Juice against the Slump Busters. I wanted you in the playoffs, Slump Busters. Tommy Straz. Fresh out of Staten Island, I think so.
Not Long Island.
Long Island.
Strong Island, baby.
Long Island.
Home of Gino's Pizza.
I wanted you. I would have beaten you. I didn't get you. I lost. I'm with you. Here we go. Back to Stefan and Home Gats. Ralph finishing it off. Nice little win. There's a lot of pain in that. I thank you for sticking with me, but it's some good entertainment, even at my default.
Was that Monday Night Football game not just the most wild fucking shit you've ever experienced? Because we all had players.
Yeah.
Every single one of us had players in that game we needed to do something.
I just want to say that Connor and I had both the highest scoring weeks, and we lost the first round of playoffs, so we would have dominated into the finals if we beat the first week, dude.
Yo, how about I got Damian Harris sitting on my bench with 3 tuds, as Stephen Smith Sr. likes to say. 3 tuds. I started Melvin Gordon because he's going against the 30th ranked Las Vegas Raiders rush defense, and he gets -4 yards. You want to talk about, Sag's injury? How about that? Harris coming off a hamstring against the Bills' 6th best run defense, 3 tuds. And I have him on the bench, and I had to sweat that out. Gazeki with the garbage time reception to save my balls. And guess what? I'm not going to make the mistake of playing Melvin Gordon ever again.
No, I will say that it's just crazy. Like, fantasy football is just so crazy because I was hoping and praying that Nicky Q would beat Eli in the first round because I just thought I had a better chance.
I just thought Devontae Parker was capable of 15 yards.
No, it's too
I swapped out my running backs, bro. Pat's running back got injured. Harris, right? Is it Harris on Pat's running back? Their
Damian
RB1?
Harris. Yeah.
Damian Harris. He was injured, so I had Stevenson, who became RB1, and I was like, I faded Bill Belichick on all of my locks of the week and got beat. So I'm going to take the RB1 and go with Belichick. And you know what? I fucking lost the round 1 playoffs because I was swapping out my running backs because I believed in Belichick. After fading him.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. Fantasy football sucks. And again, Eli is one of my best friends. Love the kid to death. But I was so fucking hyped.
Mahomes got benched in the 4th quarter. I lost a whole quarter of a quarterback.
It's just crazy because so many things had to go right for me to win that game, and they all did.
Eli's life has been like the Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin Skywalker fight on repeat. Between playing his dad, playing Nick, playing Frank. You just sometimes you gotta eliminate your friends when you don't want to, but hey, it's either you or me,
His life is like Odell after the boat pick.
Dude, don't even get me started.
That's a lot, dude.
Don't even get me